Hand sanding using grit K40 sandpaper or alternatively machine sanding with grit K40. The result should look like this, clearly visible sanding marks as shown. Apply the mixed adhesive in a ratio of 100:5 onto the fabric using a spray gun. Use a paint spray gun with a 2 to 2.5 mm nozzle at approximately 1.5 to 2 bar. The component itself must also be sprayed with 1 to 2 coats. When applying the adhesive, make sure that all areas are fully covered. Allow the adhesive to flash off for approximately 10 minutes at room temperature. Now place the component onto the fabric and align it properly. Adjustments are still possible at this stage. Apply light hand pressure to tack the fabric securely onto the component. To fix the fabric permanently, use a hot air gun at maximum setting. Heat the surface evenly and quickly. Then use a foam roller or rubber roller to permanently bond the fabric to the component. Pay special attention to the edges. Carefully press the fabric down in these areas. If the component allows, it is recommended to wrap the fabric around the edges. Next, apply an epoxy resin of your choice and distribute it evenly using a brush. Make sure to thoroughly coat the edge areas as well. Air bubbles on the surface can be removed using a gas torch or hot air gun. Excess resin can be absorbed with a foam roller if necessary. The result should look approximately like this, evenly saturated and fully impregnated. Allow the component to cure for 24 hours at room temperature between 20 and 25 degrees Celsius. Please wear appropriate personal protective equipment, including cut-resistant gloves, safety goggles, and a mask. Heat the protruding fabric areas with a hot air gun to make them flexible. Use a sharp utility knife to trim off the excess material. Repeat this process until all excess fabric has been removed. In the next step, smooth all remaining uneven areas. Sand all edge areas and areas without fabric using grit P120 sandpaper. Then use a red sanding fleece grit K320 to mat the entire surface. The result should resemble the shown example. Blow off the component with compressed air and clean it using silicone remover to prepare for the next steps. Mix the high-gloss top coat according to the manufacturer's instructions in a ratio of 100:10. Apply using a 2mm spray gun or alternatively with a brush. As shown in the video, apply a generous coat to close all pores. Clean the spray gun or brush thoroughly with acetone after each coat. Subsequent layers may only be applied once the previous layer has partially cured. The finger test helps here. The surface should feel tacky but must not deform. The goal is to achieve a closed, thick coating on the component. Usually, 4 sprayed coats or 3 brushed coats are sufficient to build enough material for the next steps. Mix the high-gloss top coat again in a 100:10 ratio by weight and apply evenly with a brush onto the cleaned surface. The result should look like this. Additional layers can be applied once the surface is tacky but no longer sticks to the finger. Always use the finger test to avoid missing the correct application window. To prevent surface sinking or waviness, especially in warm conditions, temper the component according to the PDF work instructions. Sand the component using grit P120 or alternatively finer grit K320. The goal is to achieve a flat, even surface using a sanding block or an orbital sander if available. The sanding block helps remove so-called high spots. Shiny areas indicate low spots. These levels must be equalized by controlled material removal. Excess material often accumulates at the edges, known as the fat edge. Remove it carefully and make sure not to sand into the fiber. When sanding, keep the machine as flat as possible. Tilting or sanding with the edge of the disc can cause surface waves. Edges and corners are particularly sensitive and should preferably be finished by hand. If there is not enough material to remove all uneven areas, mat the entire surface evenly with red sanding fleece grit K320. Repeat steps 6 and 8 until all imperfections are completely removed and filled with resin. If there is a risk of damaging the fiber during further sanding, apply 2 additional coats of high-gloss top coat. After curing, start sanding with grit K600. The surface is now properly prepared for clear coat application. Blow off the component thoroughly with compressed air. Use silicone remover to visually inspect for imperfections and correct them if necessary. Apply 2 coats of clear coat according to the manufacturer's instructions onto the cleaned surface. Application can be done using a spray gun or alternatively a spray can, preferably a 2K system. The freshly painted surface should look like this. Dust and surface imperfections will be removed in the next step. After the clear coat has cured according to the manufacturer's specifications, surface defects can be removed if required. Sand carefully with grit K2000 to remove dust nibs, bumps, or orange peel. Refine the sanding pattern using grit P3000 fine sanding paper. The surface should now be evenly sanded and appear as shown. Use a polishing system of your choice to remove the sanding marks from the P3000 paper. It is recommended to use a wool pad combined with a heavy cut polishing compound. Polish in a cross pattern using moderate pressure. Finish with an anti-hologram fine polishing compound, again polishing in a cross pattern with light pressure. Finally, remove polishing residue using a soft microfiber cloth.